Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm here in London actually at my mum's house today. So I thought I'd just make you a quick video answering a couple of the questions that you've been asking about my last newsletter. So at the last newsletter I had a bunch of links at the bottom linking to some different software tools and things which I thought you might find useful. Had an absolute ton of questions about them. Now these are just things which I use in my business which I find useful. You may or may not know what some of them are. So I'm just going to move out of the sun here. It's a little bit bright there in the background. That's better. So the two things that were causing confusion were Filezilla and Kompozer. Now these are two software tools which I've been using for a long time. Now when I first started internet marketing, there wasn't WordPress. WordPress didn't exist. So we had to build sites manually by creating web pages on our computer and uploading them to the internet. So these were the two tools which I used. I used Kompozer to actually create the web pages, and then I used Filezilla to actually upload the web pages to the internet. I don't actually use these tools anymore to build my websites. I still use WordPress. However, occasionally I'll use Kompozer if I need to build a very customized web page or do something very simple. Create a very dead simple web page, something even simpler than a squeeze page. In most cases you don't really need to use it. However, the one thing I do find a really good use for is the sidebar within WordPress. You can create little what are called widgets. You can have what are called text widgets which go inside your sidebar within WordPress. So what I actually do with Kompozer is I will create a little, let's say I want to put a banner in my sidebar in WordPress and have it linked to another website. I don't know how to do that in code or HTML. I can do it in Kompozer really easy, just add an image, make it clickable, and then Kompozer will actually give me the code, the computer code, the HTML code. I cut and paste it, put it into the sidebar text widget within WordPress, and bingo, I've got a working banner which is clickable when you click on it. And also it's very useful if there are other, sometimes every now and again when I'm doing something there'll be somewhere where I can actually paste, they'll say you can paste HTML code, so I can actually mock that up in Kompozer, and then Kompozer will give me the code and I can cut and paste it into the application which I'm using. So that's where I find it particularly useful. Some website forums, they allow you to put HTML code in your signature, or BB code as it's sometimes called, which is similar to HTML code. And again, what I can do is I can create a nice looking banner, graphic image, which when people click on it, it goes through to my website. I create that in Kompozer and then grab the code, put it into the forum signature, and then that's how I do that. So that's the only times I tend to use Kompozer. Sometimes I might use it to analyze somebody's web page. I can download it from the internet, load it into Kompozer, and see how they've done things. And Filezilla is used to upload web pages to the internet, so I still use this quite a lot. And if you have your own hosting package, you can actually use Kompozer to actually log on to your actual hosting package itself, and you can actually upload files. So if you have like an ebook or a video, you can put it into a zip file, upload that to your web hosting account, and then you can you create like a download link so people can download that file. Let me know if you'd like some instructions on exactly how to do that. It's dead simple to do that, but if you have your own hosting package, you really should have a copy of Filezilla, because if you want to offer downloads and things like that, it's really cool. And if you also just want to put up really simple web pages, I find that very useful at all. Anyway, that's just a little thing about those two tools. I had a couple of questions on Facebook about this, and about 5 or 6 people emailing me all asking about this, so that's to answer those two questions. Hope you found that useful.